Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I have last split wood. Split a couple. You can see they're all nice and dry here. Just a couple of pieces here to get me going, and I'm having to sort too much to let the splitter just sit and run, but it is what it is. I wasn't here when this was all split with a skid loader. I was doing other things. But it's all split. Gonna split some of it. Some of it needs split again. Some of it is okay to just go ahead and put in the stack for wintertime 2025, 2026. So I'm kind of at a spot where, I don't know, I'm not happy with how the splitter's setting. Kind of maybe thinking, well, I'd be double throwing it on top of each other. Maybe if I spin the thing around and point it that way. Yeah, I like that idea. So what I'm thinking is, since I got the pile back here and the splitter back there, is I need to spin this thing around. Get this big behemoth chunk of wood out of the way. Oh dear. Then I can just spin the tongue around and just keep on going. So it's not that hard. Bunch of garbage in the way of the tire. Darn it. Maybe I even like it like this. I like this. Oh yeah, this will work. Ouch. That was the shin. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. So I was gonna do a 360, but then I just did a 90 degree. Stupid tire's low again. Brand new tire, nothing's low. Go figure. So this way I can still throw this wood up there and then split that again and throw that back over here and have room to stack without choking myself out, but we're getting there. And that is a wrap for wood splitting 2025. Them pieces are too big to go through the splitter. Stack all this stuff up here. And yeah, call it a day. Well, we're done with firewood. Yeah, I know I didn't level that stack out like I wanted, but it's okay. As long as we got room here to get this gate open and get the cows out come fall time, we'll be good. That's why I didn't want to come any more length or long ways this way.
choked myself off to get the gate open. That's why I went that way there. Well, that made us a little bit more wood. Guys, remember the pile was strung all the way out here. We brought 2 single axle loads of firewood over, just got done cleaning a mess up, and I'm gonna go dispose of it in the woods somewhere so it can rot, decompose, and do some more rotting. So a couple of you on my Snapchat this morning know what is going on and what has happened and what was and what is. There was a white box I had showed this morning that I'd said you would have to wait till the future video to see just what the heck it is. And we have what was in the box, a brand new starter for the Farm LM. Now, this tractor has an issue where the starter likes to get jammed every so often, okay? We're gonna start this thing. I'm gonna show you that the starter works just like it should. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be a high torque starter. I don't think we have the gas on. But anyhow, it sounds like a high torque starter. And there it is. This was Grandpa's tractor, and it's mine now. Thank you, Grandpa, for letting me have it. And I'll take really good care of it. No, the amp gauge was not depleting the battery. The amp gauge is backwards. So if it's depleting the battery, it's actually charging the battery and vice versa. So I don't know. No clue why this thing's leaking oil. We're not going to be using it today because the grass is dry enough to use a grasshopper. I am 100% sure that it needs a fuel filter, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that in a little minute here. Want to check and see. Well, we got the cardboard wet. Oh yeah, why do we got it wet? I don't know. We just run it. Oh, let me get this thing checked over and you guys can hear just what I mean. It shouldn't be starting this hard. Would I have liked to put the starter on myself so that way I can learn how to do some things like this? Absolutely, but like I said, I was over running the off-road truck, and it is quite explanatory how to put these things on. You put the bolts back in right where they come off of, you hook your ground up, which goes over there, loops its way up and around, snakes its way up underneath here, goes to the battery, because you can clearly see it goes right through the other side and up and around and over the desert and through the woods to grandmother's house we go, and it ends up over here at the starter. What's going on, guys? NorthEastOhioFarmer here with another video. We're gonna I guess kind of just do an update kind of video. We don't really have anything too pressing going on, if I can speak this morning. We're gonna start by blading the road. You guys have already seen, but we've hooked our hydraulics up. I have them right this time. Got the green set over here on this side for green, and the other, you know, for over here for the blue. I need to get a blue zip tie and mark this. But you can see the green right there. Yeah, that is green. I was thinking that was blue for a minute, but that is green, so it goes on the green set. Doesn't really matter about the red. That used to be for the 40/20, so you put the right on the red, or the red zip tie on the right side when you go up and down with your hydraulic. I'd actually theoretically like to take zip ties, like, you know, mark the green zip ties every so often down through here, so you can clearly see at a glance, just, you know, okay, this is a green hose, this goes, you know. But I guess it does the same thing as having it on the coupler here, just taking a zip tie and marking it. Either or, it doesn't really matter as long as your hoses are marked accordingly, because there's nothing more aggravating than hooking a piece of equipment up and figuring out that what you thought was up and down was something different, and just vice versa. Or you have the up tied into the wings or on a disc or something, and it just don't work. Which in this case I have had before, the up cylinder hooked into the same remote as the tilt, and it don't work. So let's see if it works now. It should. Okay, got our hand on the green one, because you normally would want your up and down on any piece of equipment to be the inside lever, then the outside to be whichever other function, whether it be the wings on a disc, or just in this case the tilt on the blade, or a quarter packer or something like that. So let's pull back on our green lever, and we do have it hooked up correctly. We don't really need the tilt, we just have it hooked up just because, to get the hoses up out of the way. So yeah, I want to thank all my new subscribers. I am truly blessed to have surpassed 4,600 subscribers. I am just, thank you each and every one of you. Words can't describe how thankful I am that you guys have hit that red subscribe button. Continue to watch my videos. Might not always get a comment, but you know, it's just the thought that counts, and the hard work that I put into each and every video. I just really enjoy making videos of farm life. So the reason why you blade the road is, well, after it rains, it's really important to fill in washouts. See it right along there, so that way they don't keep eroding and making road travel a pain in the butt. I drag my way out of here and call this good enough. Really happy with how it turned out. It's gonna rain, so blade it, let it rain, pack it in, and then we'll stay off of it. Looks like it's gonna rain. There's supposed to be, I think, a 40% chance of rain today, so I'll go jump back on a mower for a little bit. Oh, the rat's nest of wires and everything. That is why we just like to leave a tractor on a piece of equipment if we know it's going to be on it for a long time, so that way we don't have to play musical tractors umpteen thousand times throughout the whole entire year. Didn't do too terribly bad the first time. Dad folded it up for me while I was mowing, and just it don't hurt to do a once or a second time washing. The rain will help, so I don't have to use as much water. Oh, come on, you. What in the world is going on here? Oh, stupid ground steak and me are gonna fight one of these days. It's for that dryer. Or ground rod, I mean. That's a ground rod. Darn pressure washer hose likes to get caught on it. So one thing that I absolutely don't like about grease gun ends is how when you put a brand new end on your grease gun, you can't get it off. You gotta take and loosen up the the jaws. You gotta loosen them up. Well, put a vice grips on it, but I think, yeah, where the bolt looking end is and this end need to be unthreaded a little bit. I got it though. Duals are off, 7800. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. Should still be able to get to that. Oh yeah. Yep, I'm good. Oh no. Smashed the oops. Uh-oh. Yep. That's not good. Oh, because what if we need the cord? And here we go. There. Didn't hurt it. Didn't hurt it, did we? I don't think so. Don't really like how windy it is out, but it is what it is. Thing hopefully should go. Nope. Darn it. Oh, it's always something. Degrees out this morning. We got a little bit of hay down. Cold, damp, not good growing weather, not good drying weather. It's just not good. We're back to, I'm gonna say, fall-like temperatures, early springtime temperatures. This is nuts. I didn't think I would wake up to 40s. Actually, I had 42 this morning on my digital weather display. I thought we were out of the 40s for lows like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Nope. And then mid 60s for today, being Sunday. And then 80s a couple days this week. Holy crud. What are we getting ourselves into here? Do I see Rose? No. Yes. What's that right there? Yeah, I see Rose. Okay. I don't even have to go digging for them to see if they sprouted. And there they are. What's going on, guys? NorthEastOhioFarmer here with another video. We're just starting hay 2025 season. Kind of a rough one. You guys saw this morning. We were in the 40s for the overnight lows. It's just now getting to be 65 degrees. Standing here, I got the gator off to my left. Thing's been a real blessing to me, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I know I could have walked out here, but it's just easier to bring the gator. I might bring a fork back with me later and throw that back in the field. Reason why we didn't start all the way down there is because we're going to put a crop in here, and we're just going to let that alone in hay. So that's why we had to make a little of a mess. You would have ended up making a mess in the driveway anyhow. It just is how it happened. So we're just heading first cutting hay, and let me tell you, it is heavy, heavy, heavy. Because when it rains all summer, let's get it right to here. When it rains all darn spring. I mean, we're just coming up on the end of spring, not quite. It's gonna cause the grass to grow, the hay to grow, and you're gonna have a overabundance of hay. Just look at this stuff. We decided that it was just gonna be best to windrow it, so that way if you windrow it, air will get through it better rather than just laying it out flat. Because if you think about it, when you take a pitchfork and you're bedding a steer pen or a cow pen or doing anything with loose hay, you fluff it up. You're letting air get underneath the material to let it dry out easier. And as you can see over there, it's just like what the hay rake does, is it makes a windrow. But in this case, we have set a couple of settings on the disc bind to be able to achieve a windrowing swath, I guess. No. Oh, you guys know what I'm trying to say. A windrowing achievement, rather than just dispersing it all out like you normally would. Again, to let the air get through it. We used to have at one time a New Holland, oh, what was that thing? It was one of those rake tedder 2-in-1 machines, where you would ted the hay just like I'm doing now, and then you would change a couple of settings on that machine to fluff the hay. And no, you couldn't rake with that machine. I want to know it was not the 163, because this is what replaced the 163 tedder. This is the hydraulic fold version of the manual folding tedder that we had. This is just an upgraded version. So I know I may be getting some questions, so I might as well just answer it now. Why don't you just go back and forth? Down one side, come back up the other, go down one side, come back up. Well, it's just easier to move right to left or left to right. Got a big wad coming up here, so we'll slow down. Yeah, probably gotta go over that a second time. The reason why you don't turn sharp with this, to say you wanted to come right up those set of 2 rows and then go right back down this set and come back up this set, is primarily because you don't want to rip the universal joint out of the PTO shaft on a tedder. Somebody knows the model number of that New Holland fluffer that I was talking about. It's a single row machine. It's not a double row. Let me know in the comments section, please, because that is just going to drive me absolutely bonkers now that I don't know what the model number of that machine was. I want to say it was a 260. No, 265 is a roll bar hay rake. That wouldn't be right. So you'll never get a field to square up when you mow. I got a row of 3 here. My do is I'm gonna get this little guy here, run down the string, and then I'm gonna come back up those 2. When it gets to the 3 over there, I'm gonna jump over, catch them other 2 or whichever, leave the 3rd one coming back down. I jump over and I don't know, we're just gonna ted the hay. I don't know, this is, see, yeah, I guess we'll do this. It is how it is. Like I said, we're just gonna ted the hay. There's no right or wrong hay to ted the hay. It needs to get scattered out so that it can dry. So again, either way, you're gonna have to come right back down the same the same path you really don't want to. So to make life easier, you make your turn, you go out, so that way you're not hard on the universal and the PTO shaft, just like I mentioned a little while ago, and everything works out. Not quite sure if you guys can see the difference in the hay. That over there is obviously what I tedded last. This stuff over here is what got tedded a couple minutes ago, and it is already starting to dry down because the wind is able to blow right through it. That's what a hay tedder does. It takes the top and turns it right side over or right side under. Something. So what I like to do, again, it's a lot different from what a lot of people like to do, is like to come all the way out in the field, like to come to a stop, idle the tractor down, shut the PTO off, engage our hydraulic lever, which sends oil from the hydraulic pump on the tractor through the hoses there to those cylinders, and the cylinders are tracked, pulling the wings up into transport position like you see right now. Don't need to mow all our hay down at one time because you'll never get it picked all up or never get it baled in the same day. That's how we've done it for years. Just do a little bit here or there.
You can argue all day long until you're blue in the face about whether tedding hay is the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do. You just got to do what's best for you and the crop that you're, or what you're trying to make out of the crop. And we're trying to make dry hay. I mean, yeah, I do understand that. I think some people, and I think it might even be true, that you do lose a percent of hay when you ted it out, because it's a percentage of hay that the hay rake will not be able to pick back up again. But then again, you need 5-6 consecutive days of dry weather to make hay. Tedding hay is the best method that we've known for years to get dry hay, or to get hay to dry in a timely manner. It does an okay job of tedding hay. It has had its fair share of hiccups throughout the way that we owned it, but it has its issues just like any other piece of equipment. Things break and they wear out and you just replace and you keep going.